Hey guys, Gian here of Gadget Pilipinas. Today we're going to talk about the new Vivo V20 series and how I think they would or would not matter to you. But first, I'd like to share with you something about our sponsor, XSplit. XSplit provides the best live streaming and recording tools for beginners and professionals alike. Simple yet powerful content creator tools that provide professional broadcast experiences. Level up your broadcast with the most stable and easy-to-use suite of content creator tools. If you want to subscribe, you can get 10% discount by using our special discount code or by simply clicking the link below. Now, back to our Vivo V20 series. We unboxed these devices a few days ago and you may be thinking, didn't they just announce the Vivo V19 a while back? Yes, they did. But since V series belongs to the mid-range to flagship category, Vivo probably didn't want to veer away from their usual naming scheme and come up with a new series with a different name. Vivo V20 offers a significant bump versus V19. And for the most part, if you take a look at the specifications, the new series offers a ton of new features and improvements that almost bring it closer to the flagship level. From eye autofocus to 5G capabilities, this new series is aimed at three specific consumers: vloggers, gamers, and early adopters. Now, let me break everything down. So to make things a little more interesting, I am now shooting this video using the front-facing camera of the Vivo V20 series. There is a stabilization involved, they call it a steady phase if I'm not mistaken, and this should be able to give you an idea of how good the front-facing camera is. The Vivo V20 Pro's front camera has 44 megapixel f2.0 wide and another 8 megapixel f2.3 ultra wide cameras. This is what majorly sets it apart from the V20, which only has a single 44 megapixel f2.0 wide camera. You can shoot up to 4K at 30 FPS and has gyro EIS for stabilization, as you've seen earlier. You're limited to taking a video at 30 FPS whether you're taking 4K or 1080p videos. Now, if you want to be able to shoot at 1080p at 60 FPS, you may actually use both the rear and the front-facing camera. Now, here's how the rear camera performs. Alright, so this is a sample video recording using the rear-facing camera of the Vivo V20 Pro. Now, it also has image or video stabilization to compensate for unnecessary shakes. And as usual, this should be able to give you an idea of how good the performance is of its rear-facing camera. Now, let's head back to my main camera. Now, the rear-facing camera includes a 64 megapixel f1.9 wide camera with 26mm field of view. It also has 8 megapixel f2.2 with 16mm equivalent and another 2 megapixel for depth sensing. Now, whether you're going to get the V20 Pro or the V20, you're getting exactly the same camera configuration of the rear camera. The number of rear-facing lens on the V20 series, though, is nerfed to 3 from V19's quad camera setup. Nevertheless, it does not mean that the V20 series is inferior since it has a higher megapixel count and better configuration. Now, let's talk about its chipset, which I believe is perfect for those who wish to be able to play AAA games without resorting to buying a pricier flagship smartphone. The Vivo V20 Pro is built with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G with 5G capability. In theory, this will perform just as good as the OnePlus Nord except for its lack of 90Hz display. The only thing that bothers me quite a bit is the pricing compared to the OnePlus Nord. The 8GB, 128GB variant of Vivo's flagship quality V20 Pro is priced more expensive than the OnePlus Nord. V20 Pro is $24,990 while the OnePlus Nord is just $21,990 for its similar configuration. Now, this is not a comparison video, but whatever happens, you can be sure that V20 Pro can play games like Genshin Impact, Wild Rift, and Call of Duty at good frame rates. Now, as for the price, you can check out our website for my written opinion about it. It should be out within the week. Okay, so now let's talk about 5G. This is precisely my point why I mentioned that this is perfect for early adopters. Now, 5G is slowly being rolled out in the Philippines, and while it is still at its early stage, its future is very bright. With 5G, once it fully rolls out, you'll get better latency and coverage. Of course, you'll be able to enjoy it only if you've got a 5G smartphone. And this is what makes Vivo V20 Pro stand out in the competition. Of course, 5G is only available on V20 Pro since the cheaper V20 does not support it. Nevertheless, if you're interested in 5G and Vivo, V20 is your bro. Now, what do you think? Do Vivo V20 Pro and V20 have the chance to be in the minds of Filipino consumers? Would you buy one or would you rather pick something else? Let me know in the comment section down below. Our review of the V20 series will be out in the next few weeks. For now, feast your eyes with sample photos I took with the V20 Pro. Thanks and see you in the next one.